and the kind of criticism directed towards the LSK president once again. Do you feel that probably even as a country, that simply because there's a chance of one term and there are many people who are against this president, that anything government is now being seen as a bad thing?
Well, it's rather unfortunate. First of all, we have a government spokesperson who's supposed to be articulating the issues, the policies, whatever the project that the government is doing. I don't know if he's good at his job, at staying silent, or whatever the problems, the handicaps that he suffers in terms of executing that mandate. I do not know. But the image the government projects is one of suppressing the space that the Kenyans want to express themselves within the ambit of the constitutional, four corners, whatever the Constitution does say. Therefore, turning around and saying that, look, you shouldn't criticize the government. Allow the government to do whatever it wants, even though the government is oppressing you, it is stepping on your neck, it is just delving and getting into the deepest part of your pocket to remove the last coin there, to impose and enforce upon you health systems that you don't want, get into the procurement e-system that you have never approved, and all of that. Now, when you say that, wait a minute, there's a limit to which you can go. That is not criticism. You are just voicing a self-preservation reaction. It's natural to say that, look, whatever it is that you're doing to me every day, at the end of the day, I don't have bread, I don't have ugali, I don't have food. That is not criticism. Telling the government that, look, you shooting those protesters and killing them and turning around and saying that, look, I've killed them, I'm going to compensate them. Telling them that's not the way to go about it. And by the way, I didn't hear the Honorable Martha Karua saying that, compensation is wrong. I think what she's saying that let's get the justice for these victims. What happened to Article 26 of the Constitution, the right to life? The right to life ought to be respected by the government. Now, when you say the government has this order that Honorable Gwakuya is saying, shoot to kill, for heaven's sake, the government exists to shoot its own citizens? Who on earth wakes up to lead his people with that sort of mental attitude? So to say that the government is being criticized left, right, and center in itself is a pointer to the failed state. The institutions are not functional. The healthcare system has failed. We do not have money circulating in the economy. And then you're borrowing left, right, and center. He who borrows is a slave to the lender. He has forgotten that. Then Honorable Dindedi Nyoro, for example, on that score, says that, wait a minute. He places the figures on the table. You are borrowing too much, and you will burden us. Mm-hmm. He's not the one going to repay that money. Honorable Gwakuya is saying that if you made that order, should kill, go and compensate them with your own money. Is he going to do it? He can't do it. Where is he going to get the money? Your tax, my tax. And then he wakes up and says that you are criticizing me.
The issue of shoot to kill must have been taken out of context.
It is not. It is not out of context.
Because what happened was communication from the government on